Welcome back. This is ArcadeKnight, and King Baelor has been a busy dragon getting his kingdom prepared for the siege of King's Landing. But don't tell anybody about that just yet. But first, we still have a lot of important details to take care of, and a couple of powerful lords I need to persuade in helping our cause. Also, Sir Edric has just notified the king of a courageous Vale knight anxious to join House Brightflame. We are jam-packed today, guys, so sit back on your comfy thrones, grab a golden chalice of your favorite tasty beverage, and let's get ready to play A Clash of Kings!
Some maesters claim that House Royston was once a cadet branch of the Royces, holding sway in the Vale for hundreds of years until a dispute splintered the two families apart. Some say this fire still remains in the blood of the occasional Royston, foolhardy enough to dig up ancient grudges. When young Edric Royston began his training with lance and sword, he soon encountered a handsome and bold squire, Kellen, the son of a minor Vale noble. The two quickly became close, spending countless hours training, earning their knighthood, and sharing in their adventures. On Edric's 21st name day, the Eyrie received news of mountain clansmen in great numbers near the Red Fort. With many great nobles of the Vale feasting there, the two young knights boldly gathered what men they could muster and marched to the Red Fort in hopes of glory and honor for their lords. "What an adventure it will be," the two proclaimed. For the mountain clans are hardy in battle but carry poorly crafted axes, shields and spears, truly no match for a knight of the Vale. As Sir Edric and Sir Kellen led their party through the narrow pass towards the Red Fort, a mass of beastly men quickly emerged from the dense woods, savagely attacking the two young knights and their men. "They are more beast than man," screamed Sir Kellen, as he desperately readied himself for another crash of steel into his oak shield. "No," proclaimed Sir Edric, "today they fight with more than mere clubs and sharpened shovels." This realization, however, came too late.
Please welcome our newest subscriber knight, King Edric, and his character, Sir Edric of House Royston. Thank you, King Edric, for being such a loyal and interactive subscriber. I really do appreciate it, good sir. And now, I will knight thee under the banner of House Brightflame. May you serve and protect the king until your last days, good sir. And guys, make sure to keep watching this episode because the conclusion of Sir Edric Royston's story is coming up before the end of this episode. We have so much to talk about today, and I've been doing so much since the last episode. I've been building relationships with the Vale, building relationships with the Reach. I've been traveling the Seven Kingdoms trying to upgrade my army. But one of the things that I've been neglecting to do is talk to tavern keepers so I can build my relationship with my towns. And I have especially neglected Maidenpool. I've done a little bit better job with Dragonstone and Duskadale. But guys, we've got so much to do. So let's get out of here and start heading back towards Dragonstone and kind of show you what's been going on. If you take a look at my party, I got some upgrading to do. I've been trying to upgrade some men. And frankly, I've been trying to upgrade a ton of a sergeants into knights, and I've done a fair bit there back at Dragonstone, but that's not easy business, upgrading those men into knights. But I think I need to stop off at Duskendale and get a little bit of food, and maybe I probably can't go into the tavern here just yet, right? It's way too soon. But a king can try. Yeah, exactly what I thought. But let's go to my mail, guys. And this has been really producing for me. Been feeding my army. So let's just grab all the bread we can so we don't have to worry about food. The one thing I do worry about is that when we do go to war with the Lannisters, I'm concerned that our main food supply is so vulnerable. I mean, it's completely surrounded by Lannister territories. Even if I built one in Maidenpool, which I haven't built anything in Maidenpool yet, I've been considering something, it's still vulnerable. still vulnerable. So I'm worried that our food supply may be in jeopardy. But guys, I'm going to head back to Dragonstone. And there's a lot of things we need to do. First of all, we need to start trying to get a non-aggression treaty with the Vale and with the Reach. And I think I'm at the point where I could do that. Now, it's not a defensive pact yet. And I don't think I've ever quite done this. So, guys, if you have a lot of experience with this, you let me know in the Florist mod in particular. The diplomacy that's part of that mod is implanted in this game. And I think what you have to do is you have to form a non-aggression treaty with another faction first. And once you have that treaty going for a certain amount of time, then you get the option to have a defensive pact with them. And that's when you could really start 2 factions at a time attacking another faction. And that's what we really need, guys. I need the Vale and I need the Reach to help me attack the Westerlands. Now, the Vale and the Reach, well, particularly the Reach, they're at war with the Westerlands, but they're also here at war with Dorne. I believe there's a siege going on. Here it is, Golden Grove under siege by the Reach. So that's fantastic. The Reach is really pushing up north into the Westerlands. So that's great news for us, guys. So here's what we're going to try to do. We're going to go in here. Let's go to the castle. We've got a ton of stuff to take care of. A ton of stuff. The first thing we need to do is check out... Okay. Okay, I know who you are. But you, sir, are a new lord. Lord Robin Flint. Absolutely, I accept your pledge, good sir. Fantastic. We have another lord. And I think I need to give him some lands. That's another thing we need to do, guys, today. We need to start handing out some fiefs. Okay, so first of all, we've got some business to take care of. I want to dispatch an emissary. First, let's dispatch one to the Vale, to Nestor Royce. So, I would like to... Yes, conclude a non-aggression treaty with him. That is the best option we have right now. And I think the best person to send, I'll send Sir James Lale. Go ahead and do that, Sir James Lale. All right, I also would like to dispatch another emissary. And I'm going to send this one to Lord Mace Tyrell of the Reach. And who am I going to send to conclude a non-aggression treaty with him? Lord Mace, who would you... Probably a guy. Probably a man, not my sister. Darren, perhaps? Would Darren be the best person to send? Yeah, I'm going to send Darren. Let's go ahead and do that, send my brother. Okay, so, now we're in good shape. So there are a few fiefs we need to hand out. So let's check the map before we start doing that. And kind of show you what I'm thinking about. Now, Prawn Bay is open, and if I give Prawn Bay to someone, I could also give him Mistwood and Greenstone in the future when we do take that. Also, I believe, is Chittering open as well? And I did give Stonehelm, I believe, to Lord Lorch. So, I think he's only got a castle, so I'll give him Slain. And that should satisfy him. And, maybe I'll give out... I just need to see who needs towns, or villages, I should say. Alright, I think I've got a good sense of what we need to do. So let's go to the castle. Alright, we need to hand out some feats really quickly. And also, guys, I need to travel around and find my lords and start upgrading them, because I think it's been a long time since I talked to them and actually upgraded them. So they probably got tons of points just sitting there. Okay, so here's what I want to do. I want to grant one of my vassals a fief. And a Slain, let's do that. Let's do that first, I guess. And we'll give it to, Sir Lorch. Okay, so, Robin did not like that. Let's hand something out to Robin. Yes, how about Prawn Bay? That's perfect. And where are you? There you go. Okay, so he's at +5. That's good. Edgar Buckwell's not doing well. Let's see if I can give something out to Edgar Buckwell. No, Chittering is owned. Just to see, what does Edgar Buckwell currently possess? He has a castle and a village. Oh, screw you, guy. You're in good shape. Titus Harper, he needs somebody, but he's Fawn, so he's in good shape. maybe to give him a little bit more money. Business of Hollow Hill also needs something. All right, I'm going to consider that and start handing out the rest of those villages. But to hold those villages open actually helps me out because it generates the possibility of more lords joining me because there are open fiefs. Okay, so I have sent those men off. The next thing I need to do, guys, is remember, I need another kingsguard, right? I'm in desperate need of another kingsguard. I've only got 2, and Sir James Lale travels a lot, doing diplomatic missions for his king. So I have been thinking about it, and I think we're going to let Sir Edric Royston join the kingsguard. So I'm going to go ahead and talk to my castellan and take a look at my armory. And I think, yes, I do. I've got some Kingsguard armor right there. Yeah, here, have some bread. So, yeah, there we go, in good shape. And let's go ahead and anoint our newest member of the Kingsguard, right? So where are you? Sir Edric Royston? Let me talk to you now, good sir. Are you ready for this? Are you ready to protect the king? Because frankly, sir, you are joining at one of the most dangerous times. Because we're very soon, before the end of this season, gonna siege King's Landing. Are you ready for this, good sir? I take a sip of my tasty beverage to you. Well, if you are ready, then let's do this. Let me see your equipment, good sir. So let's give you the Kingsguard armor and the helm. And there you are, good sir. You are now part of the Kingsguard. Fantastic. And he's got a pretty good castle-forged arming sword. He's got a great shield and a war lance, just as the subscriber requested, King Edric. And also, let's take a look at your skills, good sir. So he's level 12. He's level 12. He's got some good strength. He's got average agility, intelligence, charisma. Good all-around character. And King Edric told me he wanted to have some tactics, so he has a good bit of tactics and Iron Flesh Power Strike. So, you know, a young knight ready to go. And let's go ahead and put the rest of those points in one-handed weapons. Why don't we do that? Okay, guys. So we're ready. Ooh, some more upgrading to do. Let's do Veteran Men-at-Arms. I think that's better. And so, guys, we're in good shape right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head out, and I'm going to try to find some of my loyal lords and start upgrading them, or see if they even need some upgrading. And hopefully, while we're doing that, James Lale will return, my brother will return with wonderful news, and hopefully we'll have some non-aggression treaties with those two factions, and very soon we can build those into defensive pacts, so we can attack the Lannisters. So guys, once I find one of my lords and we start upgrading them, I'm going to cut right back. So I'm going to see you guys in a second. One of the other things I wanted to do in this episode is get an audit of the strength of my army. And this is a perfect time because I'm going to go ahead and talk to every single one of my lords. So Titus Harper can carry 65 men now. And he's got some squires. His army's a little bit below average. Let's see if we can help you out, good sir. I have something to ask of you, and let's talk about your skills. So look at this. 4 attribute points I have yet to give out. So let's do a couple in intelligence, a couple in charisma. Let's bring his leadership up as high as we can go. Let's bring his trainer up as high as we can go. Let's give him some more tactics. I think that's good for now. Yep, and then, how about a ton of one-handed weapons? And I think he's in pretty good shape. There we go. All right, guys, so I'm going to head off and find the next lord, and when I do, I'll cut right back. See you guys in a second. Look at Business of Hollow Hill. My goodness. And I think he's carrying about 85 men, so that kind of lets me know the strength of his army. Let's do... Wow, ton of intelligence points. Let's bring his leadership up as high as we can. Let's get his trainer as high as we can. Why don't we give him some wound treatment and some surgery and some tactics? He's just got a ton of points to hand out. That's crazy. That's crazy. And let's give him some one-handed weapons. So it's obviously been a very long time since we've spoken, good sir. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. We're headed to the Antlers. And Lord Perrin is in the castle. Perfect. And we're going to ask him where the Southern Lords are, because I don't want to go chasing after those guys. So let's see. I want to ask you something. Let's talk about your skills, good sir. And there we go. 2 points. So I'm going to give him some more charisma. Bring his leadership up. And let's give him a pointed wound treatment. I think that'll work out well. And I think I saw he could muster 110 men. So we're getting a good sense of things. We're getting a good sense of... How do you feel about Kingsway? Okay. Let's see. I want to know... Let's see... The location of... Where's Grasnon? Okay. He's between Massey's Hook and Haystack Hall at the moment. Alright, so I'm going to head that way, guys. So I'm going to see you guys in a second.
Sir Kellen, his friend and companion for many years, was brutally surrounded, pulled from his mount, and savagely butchered. The young Edric charged his courser into the mass of clansmen, slashing and chopping in a rage. Soon his men rallied and narrowly defeated the clansmen, but at a great cost. Sir Kellen lay dead and mangled from countless axe and spear wounds, his armor either torn from his body or badly smashed and dented. The answers for the tragedy soon became clear, after finding several castle-forged weapons among the dead attackers, as well as the 2 final words from the tortured clansman, Tywin Lannister. The clansmen admit that Tywin Lannister gave them the weapons for their help in the battle at the Green Fork against the North, Sir Edric Royston proclaimed as he paced the great hall of the Red Fort. He was pleading amongst the great lords of the Vale, who just hours before gathered feasting while his friend lied dying. Royston expected the lords to be outraged by this Lannister act, but instead Lord Jon Royce cautiously proclaimed, "I will not risk war against the Lannisters because of what you and your house have done." These words were like an axe smashing again and again into his chest. How could he ever stay? He knew that his departure from the Vale would be swift, for he needed to find a king who would join him in his vengeance against the Lannisters.
My brother has returned from speaking with Lord Mace Tyrell. I gotta take a sip of my tasty beverage, guys, first of all. Please be good news. I've spent so many gold dragons trying to win him over. He is not willing to conclude. Welcome back, my friend. It looks like I'm gonna have to make a little trip over to Highgarden and talk to Lord Tyrell. See if I can persuade him personally. And what the hell is this? Where are they going? Factions? House Targaryen? They have a truce. We've got 9 more days of this truce. That war with the Stormlands. That war with the Westerlands. That war with the Reach. What is this? Oh. You're just pissing everybody off. Where are they headed to? You know, let me see the strength of them. This is concerning me. What are they doing in my lands? Where are they going? Where are they going? Look at King Aegon right there. Little bastard. How many men? 11 heavy Targaryen knights, 13 Targaryen knights, 23 mounted sergeants, 59 Targaryen sergeants. So he's got a pretty good 46 long bowmen. Where are they headed? I guess I'm going to go the long way into my territories because I've got to see what they're doing. I've got to see. Oh, James Lell's returned. Yes. Please give me good news, Sir James. I need it after what I've heard about what's going on in the Reach. He is willing. Yes, Nestor Royce. Well, maybe you know that one of your Vale knights, Edric Royston, possibly cadet house of House Royce, is now serving House Brightflame. So come on, it's obvious you guys have to join us. Well, very good, very good. And look at that relationship with the Vale. I've been working very hard, and also I've got some right to rule. I've got some mad right to rule right now. All right, guys, I'm going to follow this situation and kind of figure out what's going on. And when I do, I'm going to cut right back. Look how far they ventured deep into Reach territory. This is where are they going? What are they doing? Are they trying to maybe go down and... Well, since I'm close to Highgarden, I think I'm going to stop over and try to find Mace Tyrell, but where is he going to? Let's see if I can talk to him and find out. If I can catch him, I probably can't. Oh yeah, they're going down Kingsgrave, Night Song? Night Song. Wow, that is far to travel to get to Night Song, guys. I must say, that is quite a distance. Are they? No? Well, frankly, I'm tired of it. You know, they could have gone this way. Instead of... Wow, that was possibly the longest way they could have gone. Okay. Enough of that. Let's go to Highgarden. Yep. Following behind them like a little lost puppy. Alright, let's see if Mace Tyrell... Oh, perfect. Okay. Let's see if we can talk to him. Let's take a look at the courtyard first, though, right? I think that's appropriate. There we go. And I have my kingsguard follow me. Oh, wait. Where is, Sir Richard Lick? And then there's Sir Edric Royston in his new kingsguard armor. Very good, sir. Protecting the corner. The king much appreciates it, good sir. So you hold there. Make sure these men don't try anything funny. And, wow, Highgarden is pretty nice. I can't wait for House Brightflame to one day rule these lands also. But we're not going to talk about that right now. Yes, very nice indeed. All right, the Tyrells know how to do it up. Well, beautiful statue. Ooh, I'm going to walk out here and check this out a little bit. Oh, yes. Well, hopefully one day we can siege this and fully enjoy it. All right, well, let's head inside, go to the Lord's Hall, and see if we can find Lord Mace himself and have a little conversation. Hello, ladies, my dear ladies. Ah, Marjorie. There you are, Mace. Yes. I take a sip of my tasty beverage to you, good sir. I have something to ask of you. Well, you know what? Let's talk about your skill. So, level 27, some high charisma, high leadership, I see. And that's about it. You're pretty stout, though. You're a decent fighter. I want to ask you something. Okay, so I can't really do anything. What are your men doing? You're resting in Highgarden. Okay. Well, how goes the war? How about the war with the Westerlands? We've been hitting them very hard and giving them little chance to recover. Well, that's wonderful news for me. How about the war with House Targaryen? Both sides have suffered in the fighting. I'm glad to hear it. And what about the war with Dorne? Both sides have suffered. So I see. I wonder if I would help them out in the war with the Targaryens and kind of relieve the pressure that they could put more pressure on the Westerlands. Because they're in a war at 3 fronts right now. That's something to consider. Guys. Wow, look at this nice little chair right here. I think I'm going to have a little sit and contemplate that for a little bit. Think about that, guys. You know, should we go to war with the Westerlands right away, or maybe we should finish off House Targaryen? We could relieve the pressure that the Reaches is feeling fighting that war, and then they could put even more pressure on the Lannisters. Then we bring the Vale into the war, and then we get into the war. You've got 3 huge factions, plus the North, all fighting the Lannisters at one time. I think there's a possibility there. Okay, guys, I'm going to head out of here. I'm going to head to my southern territories. Try to upgrade the rest of my lords. Try to get an audit of how big an army I could muster. And, guys, once I get down there, I'm going to cut right back. So I'm going to see you guys in a second. Okay, I've been finding all of my southern lords, and I finally found Sir Lorch. But first of all, today, guys, I've been drinking persimmon wine, and it's actually quite nice. It's actually perfect for diplomatic missions, in fact. I would call it more a wine of a diplomat. than a wine of war. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, let's talk to Sir Lorch. Oh, come here, good sir. Now, you've got 143. I've been doing a tally, and I think he can muster the... Nope. Graznan's Zopat can muster 156. But he's pretty close. So let's see. I want to ask you something. Can I talk to you about your skill? Yep, he's got 1 skill point. Look, he's level 36. Wow, that's pretty strong. Leadership of 10. Oh, man. Trainer of 8. Wow, he's pretty good. Maybe he could be my marshal. That could be a possibility. Let's give him some more intelligence. And trainer's pretty high. How about tactics is really high? Tracking. How about we give you some more pathfinding, good sir? That seems to be what you're low. Yep. And who should get Kingsway? Of course you support yourself. Of course you do. Also, guys, like I've been saying, I've been doing a ton of training. Look at that, 43. Doing it a stack at a time, which I love. Ooh, 15 more elite longbowmen, which we need, and 20 more sergeants, which is also what we need. But still, those mounted Westerland sergeants have not upgraded yet. I think I'm going to have to find a way to fight a couple of little battles against some bandits, maybe to upgrade them. But guys, I'm really feeling more and more like we need to finish off House Targaryen. And I'm thinking perhaps if we can sneak this war in really quickly before they even know what happens, and maybe I make... Ooh, who are you? Oh, Robin. I have not talked to you yet. I wonder... You can muster 103, good sir. Do you have any upgrading to do yourself? Let's see. Yes, I want to ask you something. No, you don't, but you're level 25. You're pretty stout. Of course you support yourself. Everybody wants Kingsway. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking, guys, and I really want to hear what you guys have to say in the comment section. I need my Grand Council to come to bear this time and let me know your suggestions and how you feel about this plan. Here's what I'm thinking. Maybe I can have my lords gather. Make Graznan or Sir Lorch the marshal. Ooh, and they have gathered. They have gathered here. And I was thinking, once they leave, wow, they have a sizable army, though. Man, I don't know if we can catch Rainhouse with no one there, and maybe I can protect it while they siege it. Then if we take Rainhouse, I think the rest of their kingdom's going to fall. Greenstone and Evenfall Hall and Mistwood should be something I could take in rapid succession. We just need to get Aegon's castle away from him so he can't rebuild that army as quickly. It's going to be tough, though. It's going to be another tough haul, but I think my army's a lot stronger than it was before. Their army's weaker. We have more lords. And frankly, I just don't see how we're going to do it without bringing the Reach in. If we can get House Targaryen out of the picture, the Reach will be stronger. That means the Lannisters will be weaker. And then bringing in the Vale. And plus, we need to wait a little bit. We need to wait to see how this defensive pack works. So let's see. House Brightflame. Currently, we're bound by truce not to attack the Vale. So we've got a non-aggression treaty with them. But I want a defensive pack. So I think once the non-aggression treaty is over, we can start the defensive pack. But again, guys, I want you to let me know in the comments section if you know exactly how that works. You let me know, because my relationship is really high with the Vale. So that can't be it. I think there's another thing we need to do. So guys, we've got a lot to do. We have a lot to do, and I wonder if they're gonna let me into Rainhouse. This would be hilarious. Nope. They won't let me in at all. They won't dare let me in. But guys, I want to thank you for joining me. I had a great time in this episode. Sometimes diplomatic episodes doing some kingly business is some of the most fun I have when we don't swing our sword one time. But guys, I want to thank you for joining me. I had an amazing time in this episode. If you enjoyed this episode, go ahead and hit that like button. You know it helps me out so much. And it's also one of the ways you can become a subscriber knight on this channel. And don't forget, let me know, guys, what do you think about my plans for attacking House Targaryen one more time to relieve the pressure so the Reach could join us and better be suited to attack the Lannisters? You let me know in the comment section if you agree with my plan. And guys, if you have good suggestions, you may be a subscriber knight one day as well. Again, guys, I want to thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time on A Clash of Kings.